Hello friends, how's it going? It's me, Betty Jean. Today's video is going to be a tag video. I stumbled upon the makeup declutter tag from Annette's Makeup Corner. The original creator is Ava Maria. I will of course have both of their videos down below. Please go check them out. I love a good tag video. I love sitting down, answering questions, chatting about makeup, and I thought this one would be fun because I actually had quite a few things that are kind of on the chopping block right now. So I thought this would be a fun video to film and chat about. There are 10 questions in this video, everything relating to things that are duds, things that are expired, maybe things that I forgot about. And I think this is gonna be fun to do, and I will love to hear your answers down below because I would love to extend this tag to you. If you have a channel, please feel free to film this tag. I will have the questions down below for you, or even if you don't have a channel, you can leave your answers in the comment section. I love reading them. Before we hop into it, I did of course film this look. It should already be up on my Instagram and TikTok by the time this video goes up. And as far as my accessories go, I really don't have much today, but these plugs are from Love Kills Boutique, and this is just your basic choker. I have no clue where it's from. So yeah, without further ado, let's just hop in and answer these questions. Question number 1, makeup item that is impractical. This one, a lot of people are gonna argue with me with. I already know that, but this is just for me. In my lifestyle and my makeup wearing preferences, this just does not serve a purpose for me. It takes more time than necessary for me, and I find it very impractical. And that item for me are magnetic lashes. These were the first ones I tried ever. These are from the Ace Beauté Palatopoli collection. They got sent to me, and I'm not a magnetic lash girly. Absolutely not. I feel like I just can't make them look right. I don't want to have to draw this black magnetic liner on my lashes because sometimes I don't want to wear liner. Like today, I just slapped my lashes on with glue. And then I find it really hard to put these on in a way that looks really smooth. I feel like it always looks kind of bumpy and it makes the liner look skippy. I don't know. For me, this is impractical. It's gonna be more time than it's worth for me. I'm very comfortable just throwing some glue on lashes and slapping them on that way. This is just more time consuming than I'm willing to give. So this for me is the most impractical item that I currently have. Question number 2, a mascara that is definitely expired. Now, when I first read this question, I was like, I don't think I have one because I'm pretty good about getting rid of mascara after I've used it for 3 months because that's kind of the general rule of thumb. But then I realized I do have one that maybe I've only used a couple times, but is definitely probably a year old now, if not longer. It's this Level Up mascara from ColourPop in the burgundy color. I've only used this a couple times because I really don't reach for colorful mascara often, but I like the idea of them. I like the idea of maybe popping them on the lower lash line. I just simply forget about it a lot, and there's only so many times that I would have felt the need to use a burgundy one. So this is definitely expired. Very little used, but definitely expired. I'm literally gonna toss this right now. Number 3, a red lipstick that you never wear. I was actually digging through my collection for quite a while trying to figure out the right one for this video because 1, I don't wear red lipstick that often. 2, I really don't have that many because I know I don't wear it that often, so I'm keeping my like true favorites. And I don't know if there was a third point to that, but I found one that I feel like I would probably reach for last just because I have other things I'd probably reach for first. Does that mean I hate this one? No. Does it mean I'm gonna declutter this one during my annual declutter series at the end of the year? Also, possibly not, but I do feel like it's the one that I never wear as far as the ones that I have in my collection. It's this Love Bug one from Sugar Pill, and it's very cute. It is absolutely adorable. I really like the tone of it, and there's little sparkles in it. The main reason I don't wear this one super often is mostly just because I already have like my absolute favorite red liquid lipstick, so this one never comes to mind right away. And also from Sugar Pill specifically, there's a red bullet lipstick called Patrol that has sparkle in it, and I love that. If I want a sparkly red lip, I will always reach for that one. So I feel like this one just kind of gets pushed to the back burner a little bit, you know? It's never in the forefront of my mind, so that's where I leave this one. Number 4, a high-end item not worth the money. Now, I've said before, and I'll say it again, I'm a very picky makeup spender. So this is a product that I did spend my money on. I was really excited to try it, and I just don't really like it, and I kind of wish I just didn't buy it in general. It's always hard for me to say if something is worth it or not to you if you're looking for recommendations because I truly don't know like your preferences. I don't know what you already have in your collection. I don't know your financial situation, so it's hard for me to say if something is worth it or not in general. But for me, this product just didn't live up to what I wanted, and I don't feel like it's worth the money, and I kind of regret buying it. It's the Fenty Liquid Kilowatt Highlight. This is in the shade Side Chick. I had such high hopes because the Fenty Diamond Bomb is like my favorite highlighter in my collection. It's so good. And this one just doesn't live up to it for me. I feel like it's very subtle, and it also kind of picks my makeup up in a funny way. I don't know. I just feel like this one's kind of a dud. It's not really perfect for me. So yeah, I don't think this one was really worth the money. It wasn't horribly expensive, but it is technically still a high-end item that I don't think was worth it. Number 5, a drugstore dud. I knew immediately what it was gonna be. It is this e.l.f. Camo Pressed Powder Foundation. I cannot stand this. I think it's awful. I got sent this in PR and I tried wearing it a couple times, but it just looks so powdery on the skin. It looks so cakey and just literally like you just put a bunch of powder on your face and it's just sitting there. It's not sinking in, it's not meshing in. I feel like this just looks so dry and powdery, and I am not a fan of this. This was such a dud for me. Number 6, an eyeshadow palette you forgot about. This one I had a hard time with because I feel like I stay pretty familiar with what is in my eyeshadow palette collection. It's a lot easier for me to forget about like a specific single shadow or a blush or a lipstick because there's so many of them, which I do have a lot of palettes, but I stay so familiar with them. I feel like I really dig deep when I'm doing my declutter series at the end of the year and truly getting rid of things that I don't really think about anymore. I've also been doing a series lately on my channel where I revisit some of these older palettes and chat about if I would buy them if they launched right now. So because of that series, I'm very in tune with what I own. However, this one did kind of slip my mind that I own it, and I think it might surprise some of you, but I have a reason. It's the Juvia's Place The Deuce palette. I know, shocking, right? This has been like my favorite Juvia's Place palette for a very long time. It's actually the only Juvia's Place palette I own currently, and that's kind of what I'm getting at. I feel like I just really haven't been interested in Juvia's Place for years now. I used to collect their palettes years ago, but I really have not been interested in a very long time in buying from them. And over the years, I have decluttered the things that I've been getting less and less use out of, things I wasn't inspired by anymore, things that I had better versions of in my collection. And this is the one that's managed to stick around. But I'll be honest, when I think Juvia's Place, this one doesn't even come to mind. I forget that I even have it. I forget that I own anything Juvia's Place. So I guess I'll have to give it to this one. Does that mean this palette is reaching the end of its days and it will get decluttered at the end of the year? Who knows? I guess we still have a few months to decide, but I did simply forget about that one a little bit. And side note, I am throwing away that mascara, but there are certain things like these I'm probably gonna keep kicking around because I feel like at the end of the year, I might try to do a makeup disappointments video, just a roundup of all the things that disappointed me, which so far isn't a very long list, but it's a very firm list. So certain things you might see again later in the year revisited as far as like the declutter series or a products that disappointed me type video, but some things you're probably never gonna see again. Like I'll probably give these to a friend because I haven't worn the smaller pair yet and my friend might like them, just stuff like that. Number 7, a foundation that's not your shade match. This one was also a little bit tough for me because I only have like 6 or 7 foundations. I keep that pretty concise as well. I don't buy things just to buy them as far as foundation goes. But if I had to pick one that's not my perfect shade, it would be this one. It's the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Tinted Moisturizer. They sent this to me a while ago. It's in the shade Fair 3W. I would probably prefer Fair 3N. I'm definitely more of a neutral than a warm, but because this is a tinted moisturizer and it's so sheer, it really doesn't matter. It blends out so soft anyways. But if I had to really be picky about it, this is the one that I would probably replace with a different shade. But again, it really doesn't matter. I've been using this for years. I love this product, and maybe once I ever eventually run out of it, I will buy like my perfect shade. But again, it's so sheer, it really doesn't matter. That's the beauty of sheer foundations. It doesn't always have to be like perfect the way a full coverage does. Number 8, product that was not worth the hype. This one is very recent in my collection, and I feel like everybody I've seen talk about it loves this product, and I absolutely hate it. It's this new Urban Decay Vice Glossy Liquid Lipstick. This is in the shade Once Strangers, and I just simply hate it. I find it to be so sticky and heavy feeling and uncomfy on the lips. I truly cannot understand the hype. I know we all have different preferences. There's things that I like that maybe a majority of other people don't like. Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Eye Primer. But this is just not it for me. I cannot see it. I had to take it off pretty immediately after I put it on. It's just not my product. Number 9, concealer you couldn't make work. I don't have one in my collection to talk about. As of this moment, I only have 2 concealers and I love them both. I do not hoard concealers. I pretty much just buy them out of necessity, not out of trying to try them all out, you know what I mean? But the one that I have had in my life that I absolutely could not make work is the OG Camo Concealer from e.l.f. Love the hydrating one. Might repurchase that at some point, but the OG one, awful for me. It dries down so fast. It's like a race against time. And even if you can manage to blend it out, for me, I can't even make it look good. It just looks heavy and cakey and it is not a good time. So that is the concealer I could not make work, which I have decluttered that years ago. But just for the sake of this video, that's my answer. And finally, question number 10. If you had to start one makeup category from scratch, what would it be? I actually really like this question because I had to really dig deep. I really wanted to think of something that I felt like would be genuinely fun to restart. And keep in mind, I'm not gonna just like delete my whole segment of this part of my collection to restart it. This is just fantasy. But I actually think lip products would be really fun to start over. I have a lot, like way more than I need. Every single year I try to declutter it very heavily and I always end up keeping way more than I need. And I feel like that would actually be pretty fun to start over. I would definitely just start with my staples, a good neutral for me, a good sheer sparkly gloss. That would get me by for a while. Then I would add in like a black, a dark brown, and other grungy colors, and I would just slowly build it up from there and just create my perfect curated lip collection. But again, this is just fantasy. I'm not throwing away all my lip products, but I feel like that would be the category I would start over if I had to. And yeah, this was the makeup declutter tag. I know this was a little bit of a shorter video, but I thought it would be fun. I thought it would be fun to just kind of reflect, look at these products, chat about them, and I would love to hear your answers as well. Again, please feel free to make your own video or leave your answers in the comments below. And I would love to hear your thoughts on the products I mentioned today. Did anything surprise you? Do you agree with my answers? Let's have some conversation. If you made it to the end of this video, ooh, I don't know. Why don't you leave an emoji that you didn't realize existed? I feel like that fits the vibe. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps my channel out a lot. And if you're not already, you can follow me on my other socials. You can join the battybean fam. I am battybean on everything, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. And if you want, you can subscribe if you want to see more of my videos. I'm posting most days over here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Okay, bye. Oh, the weed whacking. I have to go out of town today. Can you like just knock it off for like 10 minutes so I can get this rolling? Thank you very much.